Well, hello, and welcome back to another episode of An Apple a Day. Today, Dr. Fluff and I are going to be trying out the Lucy Glo apple. The Lucy Glo apple is part of this very special trend in very fancy apples that are being made right now that have different colored flesh. The Lucy Glo apple, while it is kind of this yellow color, we'll show you a close-up in a second, on the outside, the inside of it should be red, which would be pretty interesting. The Lucy Glo apple is made by a company called Chalon. I don't know how you say it. But they're pretty cryptic about what goes into this apple. They say it's part Honeycrisp and that the inside is going to be red, but that's kind of all they want to tell you. The original pink-fleshed or red-fleshed apple is a surprise apple, which was actually grown in Siberia in 1830, and this is kind of a descendant of that apple, as well as this apple's cousin, which is the Lucy Red apple. This one's the Lucy Glo, that one's Lucy Red, that one's red on the outside and red on the inside. This one's yellow on the outside and red on the inside. So there you go. Here's a close-up of the apple. You can see it is this very nice kind of pink, yellow, red amalgamation with these light-colored spots. Very interesting-looking apple. So what am I supposed to be tasting here? Well, I know that this is supposed to be a little more tart than the Lucy Red apple, so we'll see. I have that one too, so we'll try that one in a future video and see how they kind of compare. And then it is supposed to have this kind of melony sweetness, which I can tell you just by smelling it, just by smelling the stem, you can really smell that. It smells incredible. It smells like this kind of sweet melon scent. We know that it's part Honeycrisp, and so it should have that large-celled, crispy, crunchy texture of the Honeycrisp, and I'm hoping that it's pretty juicy too. So we'll have to see if it is all those things. I'm going to take my first bite. I'm excited. I'm going to show you what it looks like after I take the first bite, show you the apple. Here we go. Wow, that is super interesting. Well, I'm going to take this inside, cut it up, I'll bring it back out, give some to Dr. Fluff, and we'll tell you what we think. All right, we are back with our cut up Lucy Glo apple, and isn't that just the craziest thing you've ever seen? It is an apple with some really, really red flesh inside. I've actually looked at a couple other pictures of these, and I think we got really lucky. Some of these, you have this little bit of pink in there. This one's like red. I will say, with it being this red, I'd be kind of nervous that it would stain stuff like your clothes and things like that, so that might be something you want to keep in mind with this apple. But let's get into how it tastes. Tastes very, very good. Very good, very interesting. It's kind of tropical. It's very melony. I definitely wouldn't say it is sour, but it is tart for sure. There is some tartness in there, but it's this great mix of things. The sweet and sour, this kind of melony, tropical flavor. It's really great. So unique, so different than any other apple. And man, can you even believe how this thing looks? That is crazy. I'm gonna have this one. Yeah, almost like fruit punch kind of flavors. The texture is great. It is crisp, crunchy, very juicy. The skin is delicate, not too tough. I'm not having to bite through the skin. I really love it. This is a very cool thing. And the fact that it is red. I mean, how novel. Imagine bringing this out and having it on a plate. People have never seen anything like this, so that's so cool. I will say, as far as feeding it to the dog, I had to look into it because I know there are some apples, like the grapple. Maybe you've heard of that. It is an apple dipped in grape juice. That would be poisonous to a dog, so you want to avoid that. With this apple, while the fruit growing company is kind of cryptic about what it is, I couldn't find anything to say that it is processed by another type of fruit juice or anything like that that would make it unsafe. I looked up, is the Lucy Glo apple safe for dogs? I think they would have said something had it not been. So I think we're okay. And look at him. He is ready for it, really. But yeah, definitely get out there, grab yourself one of these Lucy Glo apples or Lucy Red apples and enjoy it. And I hope that you get one that is this red inside, because that really surprised me when I bit into it. That was cool. So anyway, that's what we've got for you today. I hope that you enjoyed that. I really did. And we'll see you next time.